Hello, everybody, and welcome to the post-credit show.
Post-credit show where I fix pens.
I was going to say where Tony's going to try and fix pens with a multi-tool.
Do you not?
I just pushed them in.
Well, no, the thing was stuck.
I don't know. Either way, here we talk about games we've played, movies we've watched, and other sort of nerd junk we've done. I'm Nick.
I'm Tony still.
Cool. Welcome back.
Welcome to the best
Hold on,
show.
Does this work again? Yeah, it does.
Welcome to the best show ever.
If you like what you see, please subscribe.
Hit the button.
Hit the buttons. All the buttons on Twitch, on Mixer.
Except for the report one. Don't push
Don't press report. Although there's not much you can report.
For being too cool.
Yeah.
It was too cool for
And
school.
advertising ourselves as the best podcast on the internet.
We're officially the best podcast in the world.
That's true.
Yes.
Prove us wrong.
Welcome.
So
just the two of us today.
Yes. I can count for some of what Chris has been doing.
I'm guessing it's Star Wars.
It is Battlefront 2.
It is Star Wars.
So we weren't that was not in the cast last week, but Geonosis came out and Chris managed to play with us, or came to play with us, but hadn't updated his game.
Yes.
So Chris played off of
your
my game.
console.
That was pretty funny to watch.
From the magic of the internet.
From the magic of the internet.
He played your console.
Chris played my
system from his own house.
There was enough lag that he could not shoot a thing.
I think he got a few kills, didn't he?
He got like 1 or 2 kills right at the bitter end. Either way, he's subsequently been on, and we've been everything again. Everything's opened back up.
Oh, okay, so it's not just Geonosis?
Geonosis was that one night where it was just like Geonosis, which makes sense. Yeah. Since then, we have gotten Mos Eisley more, so we've been in like on Tatooine, which is kind of fun.
Okay.
I've unlocked the 212th battalion armor for my clone troopers.
So cool.
So I got some like orange pieces going on with my clone guys. That kind of visual stuff, totally cool.
I wonder if they'll ever be in contact with the battalion in Edmonton, the guys that do the Star Wars cosplay.
Oh, I don't know.
That would be cool if they got their armor into the game.
Something like that, yeah.
That would be frickin' awesome.
But yeah,
those guys are good at what they do. Anyway, so Battlefront 2.
Good game. We've talked about it before.
It's not bad.
It's good. It's like even Chris, when we're playing it, he goes, I'm getting this game now. I'm understanding. It is, he's like, I'm down with this now. And it's like, excellent. Like,
it's not bad.
Join the dark. Well, and all of a sudden, like, Chris got to play as Darth Maul and Darth Vader the other night.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, more of the heroes, like, he could actually pick them. Because the more points you get, you can play as them. And he's like, I am Darth Maul. He also discovered the Heavy.
Yes, the Heavy is a really good class.
Which he enjoys the Heavy, because he's like the Gatling gun just like, pleases him to no end. So it's funny, because you usually play when you've played with a specialist.
Yes.
Brian plays the commanding guy, the officer. Yeah. I play assault, and Chris is legitimately like, I'm Heavy. And it's like, our squad can legitimately encompass all four unit types. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I got enough credits to unlock the battalion armor.
I think I'm just going to hold on to them. Honestly, like, wanting to play as... I don't really care about playing as Obi-Wan. I don't really care.
Well, and that's my thing is,
I'd rather hold on to the credits to wait for something to come out and be like, yes, I will save my credits for this sucker.
I've been saving them up, like, the more we play, I've been gaining them at a good enough rate where I'm like, by the time Anakin comes out or Dooku comes out, if I want to unlock them, I'll have enough points. I still haven't unlocked Grievous. Because, again, like, if I'm playing the dark side, if I'm going to play as anybody, I'll pick Maul. Yeah. Like, I like Darth Maul. He's my guy. I'll pick Darth Maul. At this point, it's legitimately, there's officers maybe that I'll get different skins for, or some of the Rebel guys.
And honestly, in my mind, like, I've been playing it for a while, a little bit with you guys, and I don't feel that underpowered than other players who have maxed out all their cards.
No, and that is the bonus.
It doesn't feel wildly different.
No, it is the nice piece to it is...
I could still
You're
get into
not.
it.
The heroes with purple cards are a little bit different. Like Force Choke, all of a sudden you can choke 3 people at once instead of 1. But yeah, all in all, it's not like you're sitting there going, oh, this guy had purple cards and that's why he beat me.
Yeah.
It's, he had a better vantage point.
He outshot me.
Yeah, and clearly... Or you get sniped and you're like, damn, that was a good spot to be hiding in. Like, good job, dude.
Like, that Geonosis map has got a lot of good sniper points.
Yeah, it does. So, but yeah, the variety of maps has been good enough. We haven't even gotten into any other game modes. Like, there's Strike, there's, like, all sorts of other stuff that we haven't even touched. So just playing with 20 people versus 20 people has been chaotic and crazy enough and fun enough to keep us going. So, along with that, I've been playing Planet Coaster. I have my park pretty much planned out for my Christmas break, where I'm going to actually start putting the buildings as actual buildings. I have set quite a goal for myself. I have over 100 buildings that I need to design.
That's a few buildings.
Just a tad. At this point...
Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste.
That's what I don't want to do. I want them all to be individual buildings, so...
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the subscription and all of that lovely, the hosting and stuff.
We'll talk
yes,
later.
Bye. But yeah, I want all the buildings to be unique just because of where they're placed. Like, I haven't placed them all...
Right.
It's not like I have an abundance of buildings and it's like, oh, they've all got to look the same. It's like a street of 10 buildings. And these buildings are supposed to represent England. Well, there's only 10 of them. They should all look different. In that sense of if I kind of copied and pasted the same one every third building, in a theme park, you'd be like, they've legitimately built the same building twice. So... It's not that there's too many buildings. I have legitimately just built a ton of buildings in different spaces, and I'm going, all right, this should be interesting.
Yep.
And some of the spaces I've blocked out are just for mountains or something like that, like geographical locations or big temples or something like that, which are going to have rides inside of them. So those will be obviously bigger builds and that kind of thing. But yeah, the park itself is planned, which for me is big because I always have problems with the paths and
do you ever
spacing.
Do you ever get to the point where you need to like pen and paper stuff?
I've tried that, and here's my problem: is I'll like pen and paper. I think I have them on my app for my erasable book, where I've drawn them out, and I'm like, this is gonna be the best park ever. And then I go to do them, and the pathing system screws me over in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
This one I did do a pen and paper version of what my park was gonna look like, and then loosely did it in the game. And then started modifying off of that until all of a sudden I was like, okay, this is what I wanted. This is good.
Remember at the time when we used to have the camera system and we would put our pictures or face on the camera and we would try to map our face?
Yep.
We should do that. I've mapped it on this piece of paper. Now give me the core map.
Yeah.
Just Iron Man. Just scan it in.
Pretty much. The other thing I've kind of been tweaking around with is there's the Theme Maker's Toolkit. So you can make your own assets for the game now. And I want to, like, I have a winter-ish type level, and I would like to make my own mascot for that level. Not that he has to walk around and do things, but I would like for there to be, like, little stand-up things, with, like, a Yeti kind of, like, waving or something like that. Not that he even has to be animated, but just, Yeti says throw out your trash, and you can put him next to a bin.
Yeah.
And, Yeti says you have to be this tall to ride, and, like, that kind of stuff. I'd like to do that. I don't know how. Because
Wikipedia, YouTube, tutorials.
And that's essentially it, is I'm doing tutorials for Blender because it's the only 3D modeling program I can afford.
Free?
If free is the answer.
Free? You mean free?
Because I looked up 3D Max, which I used to use in school.
Yeah.
A long, long time ago.
No.
It's on a subscription service now.
Oh, everything's on a subscription.
Like Photoshop and all these other ones, it's on a subscription thing. And I'm like, and their subscription thing is somewhere close to like $150 a month for a 3D modeling program. And I'm like, I just want to make an asset for my game.
I just want to make a little trash can looking like this.
Exactly. Like,
I just want to make a cool looking trash can.
So I'm going to run through some Blender stuff. Because, again, all I want to do is create a flat surface to stick a picture on, and the surface has to be shaped like my picture.
Yeah.
So how can
it seems a lot more easy. It should be a lot easier.
In my brain, I'm like, all I need is a path, right?
Yeah.
Fill the path, extrude the face that I've now made, and back a picture on top, and I'm done.
Yep.
Like, that should be in my brain all that needs to happen.
Nope. Too difficult.
I've made a path in Blender. I'm very impressed with myself without any tutorials. I've made a path, but I have no idea what to do after that. So I do have to do some tutorials and that kind of stuff on Blender before I can.
Watch up. I think Captain Disillusion uses Blender a lot in his videos.
The guy, so Geekism that I watch,
yeah. He's
been doing some stuff in the Theme Maker's Toolkit.
Okay, so, then, yeah.
So his first one that he did is on his Twitch, and he built a cash register. So I'm gonna go watch how he did the cash register, because he's like, he legitimately got in there and was playing around and following weird tutorials to like allow him to do certain things. So I'm like, I'm gonna watch you first just to see how you played around with it, because that's part of it. Is Blender doesn't work as like left click, right click, like an actual computer program.
No, yeah,
there's control clicks and shift clicks, and like it's like AutoCAD used to be, where you're like you have to know half the shortcuts to be able to do stuff. So either way, the park is planned. So over my Christmas break, part of what I'm going to be doing is
Planet Coaster Inc.
Yes, and streaming, or not streaming live, but recording. Building each building.
It doesn't do VR yet, does it?
I don't believe so, which is weird, because
because you can do first person stuff.
You can do first person, but apparently the engine it's built on is built it's built for VR, so it can be done.
Okay, they're Aladdin.
They just haven't done it. So I don't know.
Planet Coaster.
I've finished I started and finished Taskmaster Season 7, which is the latest season of Taskmaster in the UK. This one, I usually know most of the comedians on the panel because I've seen them on different shows in the UK. This one, I only knew one of them.
Okay.
So I had like 4 unknowns and one guy I knew, and I'm like, this could be interesting. And it was honestly one of my favorite seasons of Taskmaster, which was really cool. And even my wife, I had it on, and she's like, I like these people. As opposed to, the
other ones that you
some of the other ones that I've walked in on, and it's like they're idiots. She's like, these people seem legitimately okay, and I'm like, oh, well they'll be gone next series.
Oh,
but this was the longest series. We got 10 episodes out of this one.
Good.
So Taskmaster is picking up steam as it as the book came out and all of that stuff. So I'm clearly skipping one game that we've both played. That's why I'm waiting for it for the end. The one weird thing that I have done that hasn't been video games or movies is if you are in Edmonton, this is an Edmonton only thing.
Come to Edmonton.
You have to come to Edmonton for this. I went to a new brewery in town.
Ooh.
Omen Brewery opened. They're doing some short hour opening kind of things just to kind of kick things off. So if you're watching this live right now and you live in Edmonton, you can go there from 4 till 8 tonight.
Okay.
Check them out online, Omen Brewery.
Which side of the city?
South side.
Oh, it's far for me.
If you know where the wholesale is on 99th Street, it's down that direction.
I know where that is. I'm not going down that way.
So,
maybe.
Yeah, so no, I went last night. It was good. I got the tour, which was nice.
Cool.
Yeah. I've been to one brewery where I've gotten the tour. And
the Yellowhead one, right?
Yeah, Yellowhead.
Yeah.
We've gone there, and I've done the tour. And they were nice people, but legitimately you go to get a drink, and they have one drink.
Yeah.
Like, that's their thing, is like that one. And I still remember I went there with another friend of ours who helped me actually build the computer we're streaming off of. The night we went to Yellowhead, we came home and built the computer. And burped all night.
Huh.
Like, and every time I go there, that's all I end up like gassy from it. Last night I went to a brewery and got 3 different kinds of beer on their opening evening. Yeah, and
that seems like a good spread.
It was a very good spread. They had different, like 3 very different kinds of beer almost. 2 of them were darker beers, which I am not a huge fan of when it comes to beers. And again, these ones I drank. So, as not a dark beer person, I actually I found these to have
you'd
good flavor, and
you'd come back to them.
I did. I actually I bought some of there was a lighter beer.
Yeah.
I did not buy that beer. I bought a different beer. So it was like, oh, cool. So yeah, if you're in Edmonton, you can check them out tonight. Follow them on Twitter or Instagram.
What are they called again?
Omen Brewery.
Okay.
So OMEN and then brewery. Yeah, follow them because they're posting when they're kind of open right now because it's limited hours at this point. Because they have stock. Now they're just trying to,
slowly
slowly make sure everything's working. So if stuff doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Like they're still figuring out half the systems in there to even pay. If I press this button, it does this. If I press that button, it does that.
And now it turns off the computer.
And now everything has blown up. And their prices were really good. So they have 3 drinks right now. $2 or $6 for the flight. If you go on my Twitter account, I took a picture. But nice tasting glasses.
Okay.
$2 a piece.
Okay.
They have merchandise already.
That's a good sign.
The whole thing. So yeah, no, they're ready to go. So if you're in Edmonton, go and check them out. Totally cool.
Cool.
Good stuff. Also, you can bring in your own food.
Interesting.
Because it's not a restaurant; it's just a brewery.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So you
bring in some McDonald's.
You can totally bring in whatever you want.
Yep. Bring in some subs.
Yeah. You can go to the Burger Baron down the street, grab burgers and fries, and head over and have a drink, which I think is kind of cool.
I like it when people are open like that. That's cool.
Well, and one, they have to be, because you have to be able to eat while you consume alcohol. So they do. They have snacks.
Legally, they have to. Yes.
Legally, they have Munchie Mix.
Yes.
And legally, they have to let you then bring in food. But they wanted to focus on the actual drinks and not have to worry about drinks and food. So
that makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, go somewhere, grab some food, head on over, grab some drinks, have a good time.
Okay.
Cool.
The big game that came out on Friday.
Thursday night after the VGAs. Thank you.
Yes. Technically, I got mine at 10:08.
Yeah, me too.
10:08 was when I could.
I
was mashing the button real hard.
I was playing Battlefront with Chris, and I'm like 10 o'clock, and he's like, "Are you seriously leaving me?" And I'm like, "I'm not that much of a jerk. Like, no." Then I hit the button. I'm like, "It's not even online yet, so we'll keep playing." So every time I died in Battlefront, I'd hit the button again, and I'm like, "Still not working." Hit the button again, still not working. Hit the button again, still not working. Hit the button again, still not working. So yeah, same thing. Where
Is Chris getting Smash?
Not right now.
Okay. He's got a lot of stuff on his plate.
He's got a lot of stuff going right now, so with just
I wasn't sure.
and this and that, and for
other
him,
video games.
And again, for him, Smash Bros is, he knows we have it, so it's not a.
He'll come over and play it.
It's not a drastic concern at this very point in time, so it might be a Christmas thing. Who knows? That kind of thing. I don't know, Chris. If you're watching, let me know.
Anyways, 10:08.
10:08. Smash Bros came out.
Brothers. Shortly after the Video Game Awards.
Yes.
And it is a Smash Brothers game.
It is definitely a Smash Bros game.
It is.
I got in and I played just Smash.
I went to the classic mode. I went to the classic mode immediately.
For whatever reason, I didn't think going that direction to games.
It's been like that for a couple of iterations
it has.
now, and I don't know why they don't put classic mode in the front.
Right. So I went straight to Smash.
Smash.
Played a 3-stock.
Yeah.
Thing with I picked Fox and let the computer pick random.
If you don't know, you only start with the base 6 characters that you get
Six?
from. Is it 8?
8.
You only start with the base 8 characters from the original 64.
So Mario and Kirby and Pikachu and Fox, Link.
Pikachu. Oh, you said
Link. Pikachu. Samus.
Donkey
Kong.
Yeah. And I don't know.
That other one, Tony.
Yeah.
You know, that guy. That thing.
It's
that
clearly
person.
not Waluigi.
No.
It's clearly not Waluigi.
Either way, you start with the original 8 characters.
From Smash. 64. And then you unlock them slowly as you progress through the game. It doesn't matter what you do, it sounds like.
But there are 3 ways to unlock characters.
Right.
You can go through the spirit, the world of light mode, which is the weird story mode where spirits have inhabited the bodies of fighters.
It's the single player campaign.
Yes.
Is for Smash Brothers.
And as you progress through, there's character unlocks.
I've unlocked Sheik, but Sheik is not unlocked for my main game.
She should have.
I don't think she did. Fact checking.
Because I had Villager.
But I unlocked Sheik in my world.
I went Villager. I went to the right, not up. Either way, so you can do it that way. It used to be how much time you spent in a battle would determine how, if you got to fight someone after, playing regular Smash mode.
Yeah.
It is now button input. So you can't just stand there anymore in a timed match for 5 minutes and then a challenger appears. You actually have to
play the game.
And then that one is there's a progression of who you get when you get them. There's a big list. And
I'm surprised KR Rule is one of the first ones to get.
Yeah, KR Rule is pretty quick.
Very surprised.
Then if you play classic mode, it depends on who you beat it with as to who you fight. So, there's
Classic
that.
mode.
I played one online match. I was the first person to die.
Oh, I haven't played. I can't play online anyway, so I'm not interested in playing online.
I played one online match, and that was that. I died, and I'm like, excellent, good for me. 2 stock, over and out. But I do like in Smash mode, like I was saying in the newscast, you can actually set rules and have them saved as a thing, and you can name them. So like I've saved one, it's 3 stock, 3 form Smash, I think I've called it. Mm-hmm. So the levels transform. It has that level transformation thing.
Yeah, Cedo Chic.
Well, that's weird.
Oh, sure. Oh, never mind. There she
is.
It's gonna get really hard to see.
It's gonna get really tough to see. Either way, so yeah, I have one that's 3 stock. The level transforms between 2 levels.
Yep.
I activated that, and I activated the Smash meter.
Yeah.
There's just regular 3 stock. There's regular time that I've set. I've got 1 stock set in case everybody just wants to do like a quick fight.
I'm excited for some of the stage music to get unlocked.
Yeah.
Because right now there's not much. But I'm excited to see what other Metal Gear stuff that they've thrown in.
There's one mode where it takes all the fighters you have, and you can only use them once per thing.
Yeah, it's the weird bracket.
It's not a tournament mode.
No, it's a weird bracket mode, but it makes you need to be
proficient enough in all fighters.
Or have an idea of what they do.
Yeah. Now the nice thing is if you pause it and you press moveset, it does tell you what up, down...
they finally have a move?
They do have the simple moveset. It's just the 4 things that they do.
Lame.
Which I figured out quite late because I started using, Incineroar, I think, was the first person I actually looked at them for. Because I'm like, I have no idea how to use you.
I tried to use my Charizard amiibo.
Yes.
And if for those who don't know, Charizard's not an actual character
Correct.
anymore. It's Pokemon Trainer. So when I scanned it in,
yeah.
it said, so there's no Charizard character. We're going to just convert this into a Pokemon Trainer. So anytime you tap this amiibo, it's going to be Pokemon Trainer now.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, neat.
I transferred my Fox over.
Yeah.
My Fox McC is what I've called. He was called from my last Smash Bros. Game. I haven't tried Daisy yet. I want to put my Daisy amiibo on and see what happens.
It doesn't unlock the character though. So.
I have Daisy. I just unlocked Daisy.
Okay, but yeah, it doesn't unlock the character, unfortunately, because then I would just get all my Pokemon.
Right. So, but I unlocked Daisy last night, and I was like, I wonder what happens if I put the Daisy amiibo on, because the Daisy amiibo is useless.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't
try it here now.
It doesn't work for anything. Oh, I can try it on mine too, but that's my thing. Is like it's
I'm sure it reads as Daisy.
I'm hoping that would be really cool
sure
if I could get a or not Echo Fight, but Amiibo fighter that's Daisy.
I'm sure it does.
Because I did like the Amiibo fighters. Like as soon as I'm like, oh yeah, because I saw the Amiibo symbol and I'm like, oh yeah, beak, and it's like, okay, well transfer Fox. Now you can't use them in Smash 4, and I'm like, that's fine. I don't care. So he transferred over, and his points went down, and now you have to charge them up using the Spirits stickers and stuff again, essentially.
So I've played a lot of the Spirits mode, and I know you're not huge into it. I like the freshness of it, because every battle is themed.
Yeah, every battle is themed, which I like. I like that piece.
It's very, very cool. Some of it gets a little bit repetitive. I can see that piece of it. I mean, it's either a variation of a single battle or a themed battle.
Yeah.
So, what was it like? I don't know. What's one of the Spirit battles? Let's find out.
One of the first ones is Metal Mario. So Mario turns metal every 5
seconds. 10,
15 seconds, something weird like that.
But it's themed to the Spirit, because the Spirits is where they're going to throw in all the different random cameos from all these games that they've put into it. Yeah. So I'm going to find Otacon. I'm going to find like Dracula or no. Yeah, maybe. I'm sure Dracula will be a spirit. Yarn Yoshi will be a spirit, not just Yoshi.
Yeah.
You're gonna have, I don't know what else. Like,
I think my biggest thing with the spirits is like trophies. I used to like because you get a piece of the video game history along with the trophy. So it's like, oh, I don't know who that character is, and then you can read about them.
Yeah.
This one, like they'll give you hockey players. Like I have like hockey players, 3 hockey players as a spirit.
There's something called Dreambird. I don't know what that is.
Right, and that's my problem is I don't know who half of these guys are.
And I'm sure that when you go into the spirits section, you can actually see...
I think you can see what game they're from.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all. I missed the long... And I know that was a lot of the work for trophies was writing all of that.
Writing it and programming it and making sure it looks in there.
Yeah.
Now that they've gotten so many different spirits in their game, it's going to get difficult to render all these things in 3D.
Yeah, we do get a Pikachu and an Eevee at some point.
Yeah, I thought
next week, 14th.
Oh, so not right away, hey? I was wondering that because that's like I didn't get it.
I have an Eevee. I have an Eevee one, but not that Eevee one that's coming.
Oh, there's a special.
It's a specific one for having the save file.
Yeah. Okay.
The fact that they're doing that kind of stuff though is pretty cool.
Yep. So at some point, Psycho Mantis is going to read the memory card on my Switch.
Yeah, exactly.
The Psycho Mantis spirit will read my memory card.
I think right now
you like Super Mario.
Have a spirit. I think the biggest thing...
Oh, look, you're a spirit.
Yeah, I
Nick,
am. That
Nick.
looks that could be me.
That's actually not far off.
I have a shirt like that.
Your hair color is that color.
I know. I have glasses.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm a video game character.
Oh no!
Guys. Oh no! I'm partially see-through.
No, that's fine. There's a lot of green on that. I just realized that.
But yeah, like I like the spirit mode.
I
think I just want to unlock people right now, so I'm running through classic because classic's my favorite mode so far.
So let's talk about classic.
Yeah, let's talk.
That's
about
a
classic.
lot. There's a lot to unpack in classic mode.
So I ran through with Fox first because Fox is my man.
Yep.
So I ran through with Fox and it felt very normal as a classic. It was like okay, fight bad guys, fight Master Hand, fight Crazy Hand,
right.
Game over.
So it gets a little bit different when you.
Then I picked Link.
Link was the biggest departure. So you play through it like you normally would.
Yeah.
You fight your enemies, and then the final boss isn't Master Hand.
Nope.
It's Ganon.
Yes. Pick Ganon.
From Ocarina of Time.
Yep.
To the level that you need to actually get behind him,
hit his tail,
and then stun him.
Yeah.
I finished Marth.
Yes.
Marth's classic mode.
Yes.
All of the opponents were dragon themed.
Yes.
So I had to fight Bowser. I had to fight Yoshi. I had to fight.
Yoshi's is the same thing. It's all dinosaurs. So Bulbasaur, Charizard, Ridley.
Fought Ridley. Yeah. The final boss. Was Rathalos.
Yeah. Okay, imagine. So I'm Yoshi, like not Yarn Yoshi, but the new Yoshi from the game that's coming out, the Switch game. So it's like the Felt Yoshi.
Yeah.
Felt Yoshi versus Rathalos. And I'm like, I have made a grave error in judgment. I have made a grave error in judgment.
Pikachu, when you do his,
all Pokemon,
and only items that spawn are Pokeballs. And I'm like, this is perfect.
It's so good.
This is so dumb.
All the Pokemon pretty much do, I think, the same thing so far from what I've played.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the classic mode, you either get the normal standard, like, if you're picking Mario, you're just going to the end and then fighting Bowser at the end.
But even Bowser, Giga Bowser at the end.
Yeah, it's Giga Bowser. Some of them do just regular Master Hand, I think.
Some of them are, because they don't have a big final fight, but all the fights leading up to it are themed if you actually check it out. So Star Fox, all the guys he fights are space themed.
I'm assuming you fight Wolf at some point.
Wolf is like the second, they're the second to last
a new
battle.
foe has appeared. I get to fight young Link.
Oh, I got him.
Okay, hold on. I'll do it later.
I prefer young Link to Link.
I'm kind of wanting Toon Link.
And then I fought Toon Link as that Link in his classic mode, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want Toon Link.
Yeah, I want Toon Link more.
And that's my thing is like every time I play this game, I'm like, I just want to keep unlocking people.
Where the hell is Snake?
And that's what I've been trying to unlock. I've been trying to get Ryu and Snake.
Oh, Ryu! I got Ryu.
Did you get Ryu?
He beat my ass though.
But the nice piece is
if the challenger beats you, you give it like what 10 minutes or 30.
Not even. You play one that's why I have the one stock smash thing. You play that,
and then you can re-challenge them in the class.
Any character you want.
Right. So if it's like, oh, now I'm Kirby. Oh, I'm not very good with Kirby.
Well, that's just it. Is I'm playing through.
I was playing through World of Light, and that's where Ryu came out.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, and I only had Kirby and Mario at the time.
Yeah.
And so it came up, and I'm like, oh, cool. And I was like, I don't know how to Kirby very well.
No.
So
as soon as I unlocked Mario,
I appreciate
Mario is now my guy, and now I have Link in the World of Light. So I'm like, all right, at least I can mix it up a little. I unlocked Villager because out of Sheik, Villager.
I do appreciate some of the nice changes and subtle changes to the characters from the original.
Yep.
Especially with I think the biggest one is Link.
Yep.
Because now his bombs are the Breath of the Wild bombs.
Yep.
And so I appreciate throwing the bombs and just kind of setting them up at the end of the screen. So when I smash someone over there,
boom.
Yeah. It just does a little bit more damage.
The critical hit things are kind of nice.
It's a nice change.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like, okay, yes, this is it, this is it, this is it. Done it.
Yeah.
Like, even though... So, that leads me to think that if I do a smash, and I think it is it, and I don't get that critical slowdown thing, I know that I can keep playing.
Right.
Whereas, if I see that screen, 99% chance they're getting smashed.
Yeah.
Or I'm dead.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Speaking of Link, I have to laugh because, like, Brian's main guy is Link.
Mm-hmm.
And really, he is the biggest change.
He is a huge change.
So I feel like Brian will be switching to young Link because he plays
the regular.
He plays like regular Link except with fire arrows.
Okay.
But the bombs are back to being.
I'm trying to think of other characters that received major overhauls. I think Fox. I think got some tweaks, but
Fox
not
got some tweaks.
not character
So
updates,
like his kick, where he used to be able to keep pressing the button and just like stick a person in like his flurry kick thing.
Yeah.
It actually now has like a.
Yeah.
So he does. Bam.
I'm interested to see how Ganon has changed. I haven't unlocked.
I'm intrigued by Ganon. Yeah.
Yeah, because he could. They did a different one.
Yeah. I'm trying to think now. I've played a couple of them. I've played as the Inkling. He's he is pretty interesting to play as.
Mm-hmm.
The Inkling character, because yeah, you actually have to run out of ink and have to shield and B to go into the ground, get more ink, and.
Yeah, I unlocked her.
Yeah. So yes, the whole game, the whole package itself is
it's comprehensive,
very well put together.
Yes, there's a lot to do. I kind of miss the different challenge modes because it's all right now. I'm playing through classic,
yes,
and it's all that same run to the point A to point B.
Yeah,
I find that it was fun for
hit the target. Yeah, the first one was fun.
Yeah, the first one. There's no hit the targets.
No, there's no hit the targets.
And I miss
that.
It's
legitimately just me too. That's what I mean. Like
I miss those other
targets
ones.
and yeah.
So hopefully,
especially because hit the target was different for everybody.
Right.
You have to use everybody's specific skills to hit every target. This one's legitimately just.
And I think a piece of that may be the programming thing.
Probably.
Where it's like, we have how many characters to program hit the target for?
We're just gonna make a path, run, and at this point, I'm just running.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not worrying about.
There is a challenge on that challenge screen as King K. Rool to get to the end in 45 seconds.
He's so fat, though.
But that's the point. So you can't pick anything up. You have to just
go
bolt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the fact that classic mode unlocks different people depending on who you play as. So as you unlock new characters, if you play them through classic mode, you get more stuff.
Yeah.
I played through as Fox again, and you still get another challenger the second time through too. Because I wanted to see if I could get like to the end of the mural.
Yes, that you know.
I finally did. I used up 3 tickets, but I got there. Damn it!
You got to the 99 intensity.
I got 9.8.
Oh, that's not it. There's the mural piece. Again.
I know.
It's not it. You have to get 9.
Yeah. I got to 9.8, and I'm like, I'm pleased with 9.8.
You gotta get 9.8
because I saw the mural.
Yeah, you get 9.9 though. You didn't get all of it.
I missed this much of the mural.
You didn't get it. 9.9.
Okay.
You didn't unlock it. That's the only one that you can't unlock with a hammer.
I know. I'm looking at some of the online ones too, and I'm like.
Or some of them actually locked online.
Yeah, there's an online section.
That's not.
So
I still don't see myself playing this game online, to be perfectly honest.
Again, I hopped online just to see the menu.
How did it feel? Was there latency?
No, I didn't find any latency. And again, that's what I wanted to check
okay.
too, is latency in that.
Because I know it's going to be big for the competitive scene.
It's huge because I remember playing on my Wii U, and
oh my god, great.
That was horrible.
I think you needed to wire it in.
You needed to wire in, at least this time. Like, and again, I was playing on my screen, docked mode. My router's legitimately that far away.
Don't care. There's interference.
And we were fine.
Yeah.
Whereas my Wii U, the router and the Wii U are maybe 2 times the distance, and it was like. It was like playing Smash Bros. Back on the N64.
And then your character warped backwards.
And then all of a sudden it's like, you're dead. And I'm like, oh.
Yes.
They warn you about all like how you can get kicked off online, essentially.
Don't rage quit.
Don't rage quit. Don't just stand there. Don't just do this. Don't just do like if you're inactive, you'll get booted. And, and it's like, well, that makes sense. Like if you're going online, play.
Mm-hmm.
You can set rules that you're looking for.
Yeah.
So if you want stock, you can.
Isn't there a way you can
say I want stock?
Isn't there a way you can have launch into like a party and everyone has their own rule set, and then the computer will randomly choose one rule set of everyone in the party?
I think there is. Again, I
thought that was.
I played one battle and I'm like, and again got my butt kicked and I'm like, that was good. I am done.
Yep.
And then I just went back to unlocking characters because I'm like, I need more people.
At the level I would play this game multiplayer, I wouldn't do it online. I would do it with you guys.
And again, it's better in a couch co-op type mode where
everyone either has their own screen in front of each other,
or we're just playing on the TV.
On the TV.
And again, that's the biggest piece. Is even going back to playing Mario Party. Mm-hmm. People complain there's no online mode. I don't care.
It's one of those games. It's some games.
I want to be able to like swear at people and make fun of people sitting.
I want to be able to punch someone.
Yeah.
If I need to.
Legitimately, like Brian was over and him and my wife and I were playing, and I'm sitting there calling them names I haven't called. You know, like I've never called my wife any of those things before, and it's just like, and I'm like, I am sorry, it's the Mario Party, and she's like, I understand, like, you know.
Oh man, I need to get that game still. Anyways.
But this game is the same thing where it's like, you know, you end up getting smashed off the edge, or your friend does something and you're just like, you cheap little son of a, and you know.
Yeah. It's one of those, you need to be in front of each other.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
People want online for it, and I guess it's there.
It is,
so
and it works. It's good. There's co-op online, like you can press a button and like find you, and we can do a team match and that kind of thing, all that jazz. But again, it's, and I think again the fact that there's no voice communication type thing, easy for the Switch, that also kills my want for that kind of thing. Yeah. Like playing Battlefront, you know, the fact that I can plug in my headphone USB thing
into either the PlayStation,
either into the PlayStation
or
my
or a 3.5.
But like I can plug it into my PlayStation and it picks it up and we can talk.
Yeah,
that's one thing.
I'm surprised. I want that for the Switch. I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet.
And that's my thing is like for the Switch, there's what the app, obviously.
Oh, you mean the Splatoon app?
The Splatoon app, yep.
You mean the Splatoon 2 app?
The Splatoon.
Has it updated?
That's what I'm checking right now, is just to see if there's anything else on here. Nope, it is legitimately
Still Splatoon 2.
This has not changed in years.
Have you connected your account yet, though?
To Splatoon?
No, to this app, because now you have online services.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't
opened the damn thing in forever. Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm connected. Either way.
Yeah.
Like the fact that I have to go into here and create a chat room and then talk off my phone.
Talk off your phone, not just
like. Yeah. Again, if I'm gonna voice chat this way, I might as well just open Discord on my phone and talk that way. So, I think that's what else kills it.
Yeah.
Is not having just the built-in,
just
voice feature. Because again, playing Battlefront, you know, it's not like we're sitting there going like, you guys run this way and go this way and form up this way. We're just talking.
Yeah. We're not good.
No, how's life? How's this? How's that? Hey, I killed someone. How's this? How's that?
I'm the Darth Vader.
I'm dying. Yeah.
I'm Darth Vader.
Or like I had Chris laughing the other day because we were on Kashyyyk, which is a bunch of like tall grass, and all of a sudden Darth Vader just came out from behind grass, and I'm like, ah! Because there's nothing else you could do. Like
it's Darth Vader.
Yeah, you're just like.
Accept your fate.
So it's like, oh my God, Darth Vader just came out of the tall grass, and like Chris's advice: don't shoot him. Like just don't shoot. Just don't anger the guy with the lightsaber. And it's like too late, Chris. I already shot him.
And he's killing me.
And I'm dead. And then later on, we were playing, and I'd shoot another, like, you know, shoot him again or something. And I'm like, hey, Chris, remember that guy you told me not to shoot? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I accidentally shot him again. I didn't know it was him.
It's Darth Vader again.
I didn't know it was him. He didn't have his lightsaber out. I just thought he was like an officer or something. I didn't know.
He's an officer with a cool cape.
And I'm like, ah! So, but that's the thing is we don't talk about the game that much. It's not like it's like, go for the West one, go for the this, go for
and
that.
Smash Brothers, it wouldn't, like, I don't know how that would benefit with voice chat if they did it properly, because it's like if you're going online with 7 other players.
And I don't want to talk to strangers.
I would like to listen to strangers.
Yeah, I enjoy that.
Yes.
As long as I don't have to be involved and I can mute people when I need to, we're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it really is that piece where going online, I played one match, I got my butt handed to me, and I'm like, all right.
Honestly, with the amount of characters in this game, like, you need to start unlocking them.
And that's my piece, is like I haven't unlocked, and again, all I need is Fox, because that's all I'll really ever
I need Snake.
Play as. And that's, I've been trying to unlock people, because I'm like, okay, this person will want this person wants, like, in my brain, that's how I'm trying to, like...
I might as well just go all of them.
And that's at this point, I'm like, well, at this point, let's just go in order.
It's one of those impressive things where you can be like, look how many characters are in this.
Yeah.
There's all the fighting game characters. Which one would you like?
Yeah.
Would you like Persona?
I know, it starts off at 8, and there's, 74 people in this game that you have to unlock, and it's like...
Are the Echo Fighters counted as different, or...?
Yes.
Okay, so Echo Fighters are...
Like, I had to fight Daisy to unlock Daisy.
Right. So if I could possibly get Ken before I get Ryu.
Correct. I have not Simon, but the other guy from Castlevania.
Alucard.
Yes. I have him.
No, it's not Alucard. It's Simon and...
Bob. Victor.
No.
Vince. Vincenzo.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Alucard's the assist trophy, sadly.
Either way, I unlocked the other guy first, so I'm like, I wonder if I play as him through classic mode. Obviously, fight Dracula at the end.
Yes.
If
I really like that the classic mode is themed the way it is. It gives it a lot more flavor, and they really should be putting that classic mode up in front more than inside 2 menus.
Yeah.
Because
And in all honesty, it's the best way to do classic mode, because classic mode was legitimately just, here's all the fighters in an order.
Yeah. And it's still really...
Metal Mario.
It technically still is. It's just now they have X amount of characters to be pulling from.
Right, so it's not just like you're going and fighting the same 8 people and then Master Hand. You're now fighting a themed group of people. You can do 2-player, which I think is intriguing to me.
Mm-hmm. I'm playing through the Donkey Kong Classic mode. You have Diddy Kong.
You do.
Entire game.
Incineroar gets a helper on the Master Hand level.
Yeah.
Because he does have to fight Master Hand. He gets a helper because most of his moves don't work on.
I was gonna say
Master
he's
Hand.
a grappler. He's a grappler, isn't
he? So you're hitting A because your B moves do.
You can't grapple. With
yeah.
Master Hand.
You're like side B, so he does the grab thing and then throws you into the ropes.
Yeah.
Well, you can't do that to Master Hand or Crazy Hand.
I like that they thought about that.
They gave you a helper essentially, and it's like, oh, thank God, because otherwise, you're just like, hey, Master Hand, eat my fist. Do you like this? Do you like this?
Sometimes it's a smash.
Yeah.
Sometimes it deals slightly more. They've increased the window on the smash.
Yes, but it leaves you quite vulnerable.
It almost triple the time. It feels like.
But again,
can you cancel out of a smash animation?
I'm not sure.
I don't think you can.
I don't think you can. I think you legitimately have to let it rip.
Yeah,
and then,
you're committed to the smash animation.
Yeah, which that's the give and take of you can sit there, but then someone can be like
behind you
and then hit you.
Yeah, because you're committed to the direction too.
Correct, and that's where I've gotten caught a couple times.
Yeah. Hi. Screw you, human.
So yeah, Smash Bros. Good game.
Smash Brothers is.
If you have a Switch, you should probably get this game.
It's one of those games that if you have a Switch and you don't buy Smash Brothers, you should think about returning your Switch. Because you're doing it wrong.
Take it back.
You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, and like if you haven't gotten it yet at your Christmas list sort of thing, like it's we're getting to that point now where it's.
I'm interested to see where the Switch lies in the Christmas sales, because everyone who's bought a Switch. Or everyone who wants Smash Brothers,
yes,
like legitimately, you and I,
yes,
who want Smash Brothers, have already purchased Switches
and Smash Bros.
Well, and Smash Brothers, but like in terms of hardware sales, because you think about it, like everyone is in our situation. We've already purchased a Switch. We don't need to buy hardware for.
I know
Brothers.
A family that is already getting a Switch for Christmas, like.
Right.
Yeah.
But like it's just one of those things where you think about it, it's like the numbers are going to be so weird because everyone already has Pokemon Let's Go. People have bought Let's Go. People have bought it for Smash or Mario. Yeah. It's just one of those things that's like
those Christmas sales are going to be back to
this year has been weird for Nintendo's hardware because don't have a whole lot of original games short of Smash Brothers and Pokemon Let's Go.
Odyssey was last year.
Yeah, Odyssey was last year. The other one I can think of is Mario Party.
Yeah.
But that's not like a system mover. A system mover is Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's a Zelda.
Yeah.
It's Smash Brothers.
And they've got them right at the right time, so that's the piece.
It's one of those things where you have to think about like everyone. This year's been weird for Nintendo. Like they don't have a lot of triple names because you look at Sony. You've got God of War. You've got Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You've got arguably also Red Dead 2.
Yes.
Like.
You have to think though, kids' sales, and that's Christmas. Is those kids who
it's gonna be a weird
don't have the money.
It's gonna be a weird X factor. Like it's
those kids that don't have the money are now waiting for Christmas. Mm-hmm. And I mean that was me ages ago. I remember one Christmas like opening my Game Boy Color and like Zelda Link's Awakening being like DX because that was the copy that went with the Game Boy Color, and it's like yes because I couldn't afford to buy that on my own.
Yeah.
Like, I could save my money from shoveling snow and mowing the lawn and that kind of stuff. Like, I could save my allowance, but it's still like, oh, Game Boy's so expensive. Like, and again, it's not like it was actually a crazy priced system back in the day. Like, a Game Boy Color was not out of the park for prices. But as a kid, you're going, I'll wait for Christmas.
Right.
So that's pretty much what
it's just weird reading all these weird stories, conflicting stories.
Yeah.
Because on one hand, the analysts were saying that the Switch was underselling its current record.
Yeah.
But the next news story was that it's going to outsell the
PS4
PS4. I'm like, it's like you look at these two articles and like,
because no one knows what they're talking
about.
One
of these is right.
Next year, Microsoft wins.
Yes. because Smash Brothers on Xbox.
Xbox exclusive with Master Chief.
Oh, in fact, it's just Master Chief characters. It's just Master
I like how it's Master Chief characters. It's not even Halo characters. They broadcast it as
it's
Master
all
Chief characters.
it's all in the same armor. The only thing that's different is
there are so many Echo fighters, you won't believe it. But that's the thing. Like,
yeah,
I had one of my coworkers who has teenage kids, boys and girls sort of thing, and her and her husband were between an Xbox and a Switch.
Oh, hands down, it's gonna be. I'd tell them a Switch.
And I went, and she's like, "Well, we still use our Wii," and she's like, "But Netflix is ending on that," and I'm like, "Okay," and I'm like, "Netflix isn't on a Switch, so if you're buying something for like media,
what I would recommend is I would do a Switch,
yeah,
and then throw down $25 for a Chromecast."
And that is what I said, because I went, if you get a Chromecast, it plugs into the back of the TV where, you know, into an HDMI cable.
Where your Wii probably plugged into.
You just go off your phone and say Netflix and boom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because what kind of games, you know, do the kids kind of like to play? And she's like, well, we're Mario Kart and Mario Party and this, like, she's like, and I'm like,
Switch household,
then,
if I ever saw.
Then Switch.
That's a Switch household.
Because otherwise it's Gears of War, Sea of Thieves, Halo, like
racing
games that are with real cars and somewhat real physics, like. And I'm like, do you want it as a media center or do you want video games?
And you know what? It's only a matter of time before we get Netflix on the Switch. I mean, YouTube just dropped.
And that's what I said to her. I'm like, we just got YouTube, so chances are...
Well, probably within, I would say, in the next 12 months.
Yeah.
We'll see Netflix on the Switch.
And she's like, oh, okay.
Within the next year.
And then she came back the next day and she's like, we have ordered a Switch. And I'm like, good. And she's like, now we need to get an HD television.
Oh!
They have one in their house, obviously, because, you know... But the ones that the Wii was plugged into, because the Wii still had composite cable, that's what they had for the video game TV. And I'm like, I understand that plight. Like,
that's a first.
Where we're filming right now used to be where my big, you know, old school TV was and everything.
I remember that one.
And then it's like all of a sudden I had a real job with money, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy a TV for, you know, $300.
Right, and especially now, she can get a nice cheap one, a nice 1080p one, not even 4K.
And again, you don't need 4K for
sub $200.
Yeah,
easily.
And especially if it's just for kids, a Switch.
And if it's just like a small size like this, you don't need to get an 80-inch TV for that.
I mean,
it's nice. It's nice to have it, but you don't.
I like Samsung's new commercial for their 75-inch television.
I don't even keep track of it.
It was on one of the. I was watching YouTube and it kind of came up, and these two guys are playing video games. And it's like, dude, you should get the new, like, 75-inch Samsung.
Oh, is it the one when the TV
the character starts talking, and it's like, then we wouldn't be getting eaten by dinosaurs because you'd be able to see.
Like,
and I'm like, that's cute. I don't know.
Like Switch. I'm interested to see how the Switch fares this holiday season, because it could be one way, in the fact that everyone has a Switch already, or another way where people are going to buy more consoles.
Feel like a lot of people have Switches and are now going, buy a Switch, buy a Switch, buy a Switch, buy a Switch, or they've come over and played.
Because the Switch had a massive start. Yeah, like, it sold stupidly well in the first 6 months.
And everyone
purchased one.
And again, you have Mario Party that's come out, which is a good team game
Mario
for
Party,
the family.
You've got Mario Kart.
You've got Pokemon that came out, which was good for the single player, pretty much, you know, go on adventure content. And then Smash Bros. For the actual gamer person.
I would even say Mario Kart.
And of course, you always have, and then you have that staple of, you still have Mario Kart you can play, you still have Zelda, you still have Mario. Like, there's enough. Like, their catalog from last year obviously still pertains.
Yeah, it's not like you can't not buy old Switch games.
But that's the thing, is someone will come over and you're like, oh, we should play Mario Party. And you play Mario Party and they're like, oh, I should get Mario Party at a Switch. Like,
I still need to. I mean.
But I think that's the mentality of it at this point, is if people don't own a system, they know someone who does and they go, yeah. Or Smash Bros. Came out arguably Thursday night for us.
Mm-hmm.
The next day I had it at work, so on my break I'm sitting in the break room like, anybody? Smash? No? Okay, fine. You know, play on my own sort of thing, and then people are like, whoa. And of course the coworker who had just ordered one, it's going like, okay, so how does this? And I'm like, okay, no. I'm showing it off, going like,
what do I do?
Yeah.
How do I internet? Yeah. How do I Netflix?
Well, and so I'm like, you can Netflix, and I'm like, but here's all the games I've got on the system itself, so you don't just have to buy the cartridges. Yeah. And I'm like, each one of these works as a controller for 90% of the games, like 95% of the games.
Yep. Even if you're playing Pokemon, it's only one controller you need.
Yeah, and I'm like, comes with 2, and I'm like, she has 3 kids, so she's like, we need to get a
4th one.
Another one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you might as well get the 2-pack, and then you can have 4 people at least playing. And I'm like, depending on the game, you can actually go up to 8 people.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, okay, good. She's like, and maybe the next controllers they can buy themselves, sort of thing, because she's like, the system was already pricey. And I'm like, yeah, that's totally fair, but here's the system. This is what it does. So
make sure they zip tie it to the dock so that they don't like yank it out of the dock when they're.
Well, and then I'm like, and the nice thing is, like, if you do go, camping or this or that or anything, it does
come with you.
It does go with you. She's like, that won't be happening.
Yeah.
Because she's like, any electronics we bring anywhere break. So she's like, nope, it'll just stay in its nice little, like...
just zip tie it to the dock and just buy the game cartridges and then just fake it to the kids and tell them that it's the console.
Yep. We bought the console version, guys. There is no portability to this thing.
In fact, we're just it's not gonna do it because it's gonna be tied there.
Yeah. But it seems to kind of come off a little No.
The display kind of turned off a sec. Nope. Glitch.
Yeah.
Glitch.
Stop breaking it. So yeah, that's what I've been up to is Star Wars Brewery, Taskmaster, and Smash Bros. With some roller coasters. Cool.
So yeah, obviously I've been playing Smash Brothers as well.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool game. And I played some more Pokemon Let's Go. I'm torn right now.
I beat the Psychic Gym.
Oh, yes. Sabrina. I don't remember what the city's name is.
Celadon?
Celadon is the Erica's gym. The grass.
Is correct.
The grass gym. But I just don't remember which. Fuchsia City? No.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Fuchsia is purple, so
yes.
I'm assuming yes.
Yes. Either way.
I just know the gym leaders' names.
on my badge thing, I've gotten
you can
Brock, Missy.
You can jump.
So I do. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Skipped 5. Got 6.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking about going all the way to Cinnabar Island.
Just go after that one.
Because right now I'm on a progress to go to. Is it Fuchsia City that's got the Go Park? I think it's Fuchsia.
Yes, Fuchsia.
So right now I'm on a mad journey to get there because I need to
unload some Pokemon.
Yeah, well, not just unload some Pokemon. It's just I need to do it because I've been putting it off too long. And so right now I have severely over-leveled Pokemon, wailing on everything else.
Yeah.
I think my highest level is like a 40-something level, and everything else is like a 25. And I'm like, next.
Just a Magikarp slapping people because you haven't actually...
Get out of the way. Yeah, I'm severely over-leveled where I am. And, of course, the Pokemon Go Plus doesn't make that any worse.
As soon as you go on a combo streak, though, like I started catching Geodudes because I'm like, I find them the easiest to really combo. So
Geodudes are good, yeah.
Because I want a blue Ponyta.
Oh my god.
I want a shiny Ponyta. So I'm like, if I can get to 31, so I went and caught a bunch of Geodudes, flew over to where Ponytas were.
Yeah.
And I was like walking around, waiting for them to spawn. And it's like,
welcome to shiny hunting.
Well, and I'm like, this is useless. So I went and caught like 40 more Geodudes because I'm like, whatever. Let's just see how high I can get this chain going. I think I got to 74.
Welcome to shiny hunting. I bet those IVs are really good on those Geodudes.
I have no idea. I still booted them because I'm not using them, so they became candy.
Mm-hmm.
But
so yeah, the Pokeball Plus really levels Pokemon fast. I think I got 17,000 on my Venusaur just the other day. I'm like, what? How does this even? So now I'm walking my Alolan Vulpix.
Oh yes.
And I'm making sure I'm catching Pokemon in Pokemon Go that don't exist in Let's Go.
Yeah.
So example, the Eevee version doesn't get Growlithe, I think. Growlithe.
Yes.
Ekans. Oh no, Muck. Grimer. It doesn't get Grimer.
We don't get Growlithe, Oddish.
Grimer.
No, we should be able to get...
We don't get Grimer.
Don't we get Grimer? I don't know. Chris sent the list because I sent him the list. Because he has... So I saw Chris playing the other night, and he has Pikachu. He has the Pikachu edition.
Okay. So
I said, like, I've got a Bellsprout, and...
Yeah, we've got Bellsprouts.
I've got a Bellsprout, and a Meowth, and Vulpix.
Yes. Vulpix is an Eevee.
Yes. So I'm like, I've got the 3 that are exclusive to, like, ours if you want them. And he sent back, like, okay, I've got this one, and this one. We'll make that happen.
the Pokemon Go really trivializes a lot of that.
The exclusive, I know, and that's what
totally
I said. And that's why I say, that's even when I said exclusive, it was in quotations, because if you play enough Pokemon Go,
yes,
you can easily,
yes,
or not easily, but at least you can sit there and go, oh, there's the thing I need.
There's a good chance I'm gonna get my shiny charm
right
before I even finish the game.
Yeah.
So all 151.
Yeah.
Because I do have Mew already.
Yes, you do.
So looking forward to that.
So yeah, it's
playing through that.
Still a good game though.
I love it. I think the one controller is getting to me a little bit.
I understand that.
I wish I could use two.
Yep.
Even though if I'm doing the throwing animation, that's fine. I don't care. But I need the two.
Yeah.
Although I did have a moment this morning where I was like playing and eating my breakfast and drinking my tea. And I was like, yep. Or just like clicking the button. I'm like, yep, that works. This works.
This is good.
So
good times.
Working through that right now.
Yep.
Still having a great time. I finished The Room, the mobile game.
Oh yes, I remember.
Phone.
Yep.
It goes in some interesting directions with the puzzles, and at no point does the game ever become too difficult, because it is a pixel hunting game.
Yes.
But there are sequences where if you truly are stuck, it does give you some hints and pointers.
Oh, nice.
So depending on which puzzle you're working on, it'll be like, oh, you've banged your head on this for like 30 seconds. Here's the first hint, and then it'll wait another like 20 seconds. It'll give you another hint, and then another hint, and some of it. And when you get down to like the fourth hint, it's like, do this, because at this point we have. Like,
hey, dum dum!
Yeah.
Press this button.
Yeah.
Oh.
Put the puzzle piece this way. I'm like,
I was supposed to press the button.
Oh, I was supposed to look at the thing for this specific angle. But it's not at the end of the day. It's still a really good puzzle game. It is still one of the best visually looking escape rooms that I've seen, or escape room games on the Switch that I've ever seen. They've confirmed it's delayed until the 18th.
Challenge accepted.
It's not coming out until the 18th. The trailer's not coming out until the 18th.
Yeah, but there's a trailer called Brightburn that came out.
It's not Spider-Man though.
It's got that lady who was in a Spider-Man movie though. She played Betty Brant in a Spider-Man
There's
film.
a lot of them. But yeah, I played through The Room, Old Sins, and the story has opened up a little bit more.
Yep.
Because when they've made the first two games, they've just kind of made a puzzle game.
Sure.
And then they started realizing people played them, and then started putting in story. It's one of those game series where it's like, we have a game, and then everyone started playing and asked for more, and it's like, we have a game.
Yeah.
We should probably start putting story. It's the Kingdom Hearts effect.
Yeah.
Where the first Kingdom Hearts was literally Disney and
Final Fantasy just smooshed together.
Yes. Where it was like, cool, this is a fun time.
Yeah.
And everyone wanted more.
We have to go and save this world now. Okay.
And now we have to retcon and add this to the story. Yes. And how many zippers do we add onto this character's body? Yeah, all. How many belt buckles? Yes.
Yes. We have animated them.
There's now buckle physics. So yes, you can see they've added more story into this otherwise pixel hunting.
I was just going to say, I remember playing The Room.
Yes. And they're all stupidly cheap. I would have bought it at full price, but I really enjoyed it. It's a visual game, more so than anything.
Okay, T, speaking of cheap games, have you picked up the Santa Tracker on the Nintendo Switch? It's only $2.
What?
I have no idea. I think it tracks Santa and it has like 2 mini games in it.
No. I have a lot of gold points.
Do not get that game, for the love of God. Do not get that game.
I'm buying that game. Hold on. eShop.
No!
eShop. But yeah, like I'm really digging that game. And now I've moved on to something called Monument Valley.
Yep.
Have you heard of that game? Maybe yes. No?
Yes.
So Monument Valley 1 is one of those. What's that visual? That optical illusion thing where angles go one way and then you can climb the ladder, and then if you look at it at a different angle,
it looks like you're going down or whatever.
Yeah.
So like an MC Escher painting.
Kind of. Okay. So basically, it's a puzzle game where you have to get from point A to point B, and it's one of those things where you.
I do know this game. I believe.
You move the dial around, and then the level changes in a different direction, and it's a different perspective. It plays with a lot of perspectives, and so Monument Valley 2 came out, I don't know, this year, and it's basically all that all over again.
Yeah, I know.
So it's a perspective puzzle, And it's a cute, colorful looking thing. It's not one of those, it's not going to challenge anyone's mind puzzles, mind thinking or anything. It's just one of those nice to look at mobile games.
Yep.
But yeah, in terms of games, that's all I've been up to. We finished the final table.
Oh yes, we started watching that one.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
It's a fun look. It's
We
a fun.
got-
It's got a lot of character to
We
it.
got we got to the episode when they went to Britain.
Okay, yeah, that's probably episode like 4 or something like that.
Episode 3 or 4, and we didn't finish watching it. We got to the point where the 3 teams have to like cook off now, and we had to go. Like we went and had dinner, so we stopped watching it.
It's one of those shows that I don't like watching while I'm eating food, but it's too easy not to.
But we got to the point where the Scottish guy was getting really pissed that everybody kept calling him like British.
yeah.
You're from the UK, and like you can just see him looking at the judges like, don't fucking hit them. Don't fucking hit them. Like
I was really mad at or sad at the Mexican guys. Like how they get knocked out of their own country's national
Idiots.
foods. I'm like, how do you?
Because again, the Scottish guy not knowing how to do it like classic English breakfast.
Yes.
I am okay with. He's Scottish.
Yes, they're not kind of different.
Yes.
Kind of a little different.
Like very much so. But yes, a Mexican not being able to make a taco, not acceptable.
Yeah, like how do you fuck up a taco? And then inversely, there was the other guys that ran a taco stand. And they killed it. They killed it.
There's a reason you're called the Taco King, and it's like,
yes,
yeah, there is.
Yeah, so it's really interesting to watch the guys that are specialized in that sequence or in that topic or country, kind of killing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, this is the best, like whatever this is I've ever had. And all the other judges.
No one made like a Taco Bell taco. I was very, very disappointed that no one just
no one
just did like the refried beans and
I think
and sour cream, lettuce, tomato.
A bit of it has to do with them not being too safe.
I'm sitting there at that challenge. I'm like, refried beans, and then they're like salsa, and it's like, oh, just some old El Paso salsa or like salsa on top.
I need some.
You're going into.
I need some taco seasoning.
That's what I'd be going into the pantry like, where's the old El Paso box?
Where's my kit? I picked up the kit. This one does not have the seasoning inside it. I cannot use it. I need to put it back.
Did you make your own tortillas? Yes.
5 seconds earlier, rips the package. Rips the package open, puts on grill.
That's my category competition.
5 seconds earlier.
See, and that's where, like, watching Taskmaster, you start to laugh because people do the most absurd things to finish a task. Because they'll read it and it's like, it doesn't say I can't do this. So they'll go and do something completely ludicrous to finish a task. So now when I watch any competition show, I'm like, what if? You make like a peanut butter and jelly taco and it just throws them all right off.
Yeah, so some of the people in that show do some of that experimentation, and I just go, no, wrong.
Only if you're going to, so even the English breakfast one, they did like not a deconstructed one, but a very...
Someone did a hamburger, didn't they?
No, but they did like a porridge almost that was like a bacon porridge.
Oh yeah, I saw
with
that,
like the little pieces of stuff inside.
And they tasted.
And the guy goes, "Well, it's not an English breakfast, but it tastes like an English breakfast.
But it doesn't look like one."
Right, so it's not an English breakfast, but it has all the components and the tastes of one. Good job, and you're like,
weird.
Exactly. If you're gonna go weird, it still has to.
The team that I like the most is the I think it's the Spanish guys. The guys that like to use every piece of the fruit and vegetable and meat, or like the lesser known portions. I can't think of their names off the top of my head, but not to spoil it, but they make it quite far into the competition. But I can't think of their name off the top of my head. I think his name's not Alex, but I hated that team, by the way.
Which one?
The one with the tattoos on their arms. They did not like watching them.
I'm trying to think of them.
I think Alex and something or other.
Oh.
But they got put into the spot on the first episode.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I didn't like them.
There's a few teams.
There's the one Canadian is actually on there from Calgary.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
He's in the he got booted down to the bottom three in the British one.
He did.
Paired up with an American guy, and I'm like, I'm
not going to spoil it for you, but he makes it quite far.
Well, and that so I'm watching that one, and I'm like, okay, and that is the pieces. You get to the end there and going like, I wonder who do I want to make it through these last final three kind of guys.
It got us to the point where like when we go to Calgary, we're going to see his restaurant.
And that's exactly why you go on these shows.
And it's like, okay, cool.
Like that's why I laugh when anybody gets booted off a competition like this. It's like you are cooking for one, some really harsh food critics.
Yes.
You're cooking for some really crazy good chefs.
Yeah, but it's a bit of a name recognition, because if it wasn't for him on the show, I wouldn't have known that he's one of the top 50 restaurants in Canada.
Correct, because I don't pay attention to any of that junk.
There's a lot of restaurants in Canada.
There are a lot of restaurants.
To be in the top 50 is pretty good. So
yeah. Well, and that's why I do like watching shows where they show off like restaurants in different cities, like the diners, drive-ins, and dives type thing, because it's just or you got to eat here, the Canadian version of the thing, just because it's like, oh, that hole in the wall that I've driven by 800 times, it looks like I'll get, Hep C going in.
I might die there.
Is actually one of the best places in town, and it is because it's that hole in the ground kind of place.
So I know that the first couple of episodes I got kind of miffed at the whole like, oh, I'm gonna cut away from the cooking to show this montage, but as the episodes go on, there's less and less people to
do montages
for, so they get a little bit more straight to the point and show a little bit of who that person is, why they're there, the restaurant they're coming from.
It gets oddly quiet every once in a while too, and that kind of throws me off.
I can see that,
because even my wife was like,
but I think we were fine with that, because it symbolizes, it shows what it's like in the kitchen, like,
and that's exactly
cooking,
like we're sitting there going
supposed
like,
to be quiet for 50 minutes, like
it's just quiet, because anytime you watch like a Food Network show, one, it's compressed, so it's legitimately the judges talking about the food that's in the baskets, or like if you watch Chopped, it's they're talking about the food that's in the basket or the way they're preparing something. This one's legitimately every once in a while they're just showing them cooking, and no one's talking, no one's this, they're just cooking, and you're like, oh, I guess that would be what it's like. Like, I'm just used to all of my food shows.
So the big
never shutting up.
So yeah, the big piece about this show is that even though they're working together as a team, when they get to the final challenge, they
split up.
Yep. So it was interesting watching them split up and go like, well, good working for you. Now I have to beat you. I know how you worked this entire episode or entire
but if you know that going into a competition, that's not a bad thing.
No, and you have to think about it as well. Like if you get to there and your teammate wins and you don't, half a good portion of that is you.
Oh yeah,
because you guys got there together, and it's like, okay, it's not completely.
Yeah. Again, you make it onto one of those shows. That's why I always laugh when I watch even Chopped or something like that. Something as low key as Chopped, and they're like, can't believe I got kicked out in the first round. How disappointing! Like, I guess I have to work on being a chef, and it's like, no, you made it to this show,
and I will say,
and the fact that you didn't know what cactus root was your downfall. Like, no.
And I will say though, the earlier episodes, watching people get kicked off and them getting like really miffed about it, was kind of like, okay, that's just poor sportsmanship. But the later episodes, when people are starting to get kicked off, they're like, you know what? We had a great time here.
Correct.
Like we found out who our competitors were. We were having a great time behind stage, obviously.
Well, and let's be fair, they have now all made really good connections.
Right, one way or the other. Because the experience that they have in the show between like people who just have small little taco stands to people who are working with like 2 or 3 Michelin stars under their belt, it's like it's crazy seeing the spread of experience from all over the world. It's actually a really cool show to watch. So we're hoping that it comes back.
I can see that one getting another season.
So, and then whoever wins,
I mean, Friends can get another season.
Oh, for fuck's
sake. Or picked up again, not another season.
So we watched that, and we watched something else. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was, but
that new Santa Claus show's on my list, or that movie with Kurt Russell. I haven't watched it yet.
Not mine. I'm trying to think what it was.
There's a Nailed It holiday special.
Oh, I have to watch that. I have to watch that now. That show is just too funny.
Mowgli came out.
Yeah.
Have you seen it yet?
No. Okay. Is that the Sabrina at Christmas?
I'm looking. No.
Okay. Maybe.
I think that one's the 14th.
So yeah, basically it. I haven't done any much on the PlayStation other than some more VR stuff.
Yep.
Like I said, I had my friend over and he made a fool of himself, and now I have that on video.
Excellent.
So you're welcome.
No, even when I was talking to Chris, like with us playing Battlefront, I'm like, I've really got to figure out a way to get PlayStation plugged into the streaming box thingy to the computer, and he's like, we can just stream off the PlayStation. I'm like, yeah, but then we don't have all of the the barrel roll stuff, like the UI and stuff on top of it and that kind of jazz.
Well, have you ever looked into the the remote play. The remote play works really, really well.
Not really.
I found it.
No, I haven't looked into it.
Oh, it works really, really well because essentially you just get a screen.
Yeah.
That you control with your controller.
Oh yeah.
So the control input goes into the PC, the input goes into the remote play display.
Yep.
And then that's all it is, and it's whatever is on the PlayStation. So if you're within a closed network, it's actually pretty good.
Cool.
But I wouldn't do it over Wi-Fi.
No, and I wouldn't. This could be all closed up.
So yeah, take a look into that because then you can grab the screen from that.
Yep.
And then feed that into OBS.
Right. Because I have the box. All I legitimately just need to run some cords and some wires and stuff, and I can get it into the Elgato thing and go from there. But I just have to have time to set it up, and it's kind of being taken up so I can unlock fighters and Super Smash Brothers.
I'm looking at some of the sales on the eShop, and I really, really want to buy Celeste.
Oh yeah.
The fact that it was nominated for Game of the Year.
Was up for Game of the Year?
Right next to God of War and Spider-Man and Red Dead. Should be telling. Like, those are some pretty big games to be put up next to. But yeah, that's basically been
there you go. Yeah. Smash Bros. Pretty much, other
Smash
than
Brothers.
Battlefront, Smash Bros. Taskmaster.
Mobile games.
Yep.
Cool. Boop. Well, that's it for us, I think.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
If you liked what you saw here, come see us next week. Subscribe. Hit all the buttons to do whatever you need to do on Twitch and YouTube and whatever.
Mixer.
Come see us next week when we talk about another set of news, video games, and etc. etc.
You can follow us on all of our post-credit stuff, all of our social media stuff.
Social feeds.
Social feeds, Twitters, the Facebooks, all of that kind of stuff. You can find it all barrelrollnews.com.
That's where you find a lot of stuff.
That's where you find all of our stuff, in fact. So if you like us, check us out. Do all that stuff. Tell your friends.
Tell your family. Yes. Share. Share it. Share.